Hello everybody, this is Texas Danny, and using this kind of reflective trick, this is something that's kind of going to serve. If you can see it in the view screen, I'm at the pizza parlor looking at our representation of Google Earth and so forth, and ironically, not especially that, we have our light above us, our light fixture, and this will in a way help you to understand what's going on with the interior. I'd like you to place this inside this, right? To example, an inner core with a certain amount of size and space, also a certain degree of power, and then also various segmented areas, right, which are distinct and patterned and have definite uses. Now, as we watch the Earth, I want to show you what is happening here in our quantum situation. This is Spain, where with La Palma, where the volcano activity is taking place, because we are in rotoscoping, kind of a, well, that not with how you might paint or something like that, but in a rotation. The mechanism that is closing the Earth is working, and it is closing the Mediterranean, going into the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. Now, as these areas are starting to fold in, because we are going according to a mechanization, a plan, a structure of how the inside will act, right, in order to use and move the masses of the Earth. Now, what's going to happen is the Mediterranean right now is continuing to close. We have South America, and of course, in Africa closing in because the Atlantic is changing. Our water, our H2O, is dispensed in a very sophisticated manner, a very sophisticated, subtle manner where it cannot be easily detected. Now, you have the situation with the Sahara, as she's going to be most likely opening up as we have the Chad Rift, and going down in Nigeria and Ghana, going down to Lagos, and those areas in declination there. We have the DNC, a huge water area, and we have, as we are going down, as you see with the image here, the reflective image here is an interior pattern which is going to show you the actions. For example, as you see the eastern side of Africa, the East African Rift is opening. We have Lake Victoria, the lakes and those areas, the green areas flowing out. The residents are watching in Newtonian fashion and on the macro scale. We are seeing the quantum actions as they take place in dizzying speeds and forms, because this that you're seeing right here, let me point out, this is just to give you to grasp an idea of something that's going on inside the planet. Again, a certain space that works, a certain amount of energy, segments, design, program, and it is basically a mechanical issue, a sophisticated mechanical issue, one of great power, and it's working. Now we have these issues that are going to be happening because they're going to cause of course, the Mediterranean to close in and become closer. We have the Newtonian clockwise wheel in the Carpathian Mountains. We also probably have the same kind of a track facility in the Aegean, possibly the Black Sea or the Caspian. It's definitely in anywhere possibly in Africa. But as these areas are changing, and we go into Central Asia, where the water that is necessary for these actions to happen, we have the electromagnetic flow that is happening in Iran and Afghanistan. The changes because of the great amounts of water and the transformations in India, Nepal, Bhutan, the rooftop of the world, and this great amount of sand here as well, right? This used to be from my timeline, the Mongolian desert, right? About 800 to 1,200 miles away. And going into the Yunnan province, Southeast Asia, of course, Indian, the Bay of Bengal, and moving out into China, we also have the Marianas Trench active. which is geared down and very low, but coming out. It's coming out. Japan will be affected, and the whole of Central Asia is primed and ready to be in transformations. We have Lake Baikal here, which has about 1.5 million, 2 million years worth of activity that have taken place in the last several months of 2021, going out from Siberia into the Pacific. And this is happening everywhere. You're going to have the islands moved up and out in Asia, the Fibonacci wheel here in Fiji. We have Australia and New Zealand because of the position to Antarctica. Alice Springs is vital and strategic. And that's just changing there. We have an elevation change coming up into Queensland, as you can see like that. The outer areas of Australia, because they're being boxed in. And like a satellite spinning off, we have New Zealand going off by itself dramatically. But again, we have French Polynesia, which is extremely important. Also, the French Southern Antarctic territories are extremely important. We have a great amount of mysterious activity happening here, and that white area is going to give you a lot of difference here. The thing to note is that the Andes are being pulled down. Argentina, Chile, Brazil. Brazil is becoming more arid and stretched out in the east, and the southern part of the Amazon is rapidly deteriorating or drying out as we're being moved over. Lake Titicaca, the Amazon also has changed her course. Whoops, we got there.